We're gonna talk about it. Why some of the ladies haven't been able to keep a man. As I wait right here to get this oil change. You know what I mean? I want to talk about why a lot of ladies haven't been able to keep a man. Because this has been going on, this has been an ongoing thing. You know what I mean? West Adam 5 TV, top up it, man. Hit the button. Top of the game. Punchy. Fix the audio. You can't hear me? My audio's messed up already, and I just started? God. The audio's fucked up. Y'all can't hear me? Glory to the game. Shout out David. Blessings. The audio's good? For sure. I was like, man, the audio's fucked up already? I'm just waiting here for this oil change and the thoughts that was going through my mind. I'm like, you know what? Just go live. You know what I mean? Hit that thumbs up button. Like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I had a few thoughts in my mind. I'm like, just go live and talk about it. As consistent with the lives. I've been busy, you know, with everyday life. But I'm like, you know what? Let me share my thoughts. Hit that thumbs up button. And some of the thoughts that came across my mind is a lot of bros say shit like, you know, I don't know why I can't keep no man. I don't know why it's been an ongoing thing. These niggas just don't want me. Like, they don't want a real bitch. They're not ready for a real bitch. They're not a real one. They're not ready for a strong woman. You know what I mean? I could be feminine at the end of the day, but it's gonna take a strong man to handle. Can you say hello? You know, you need money. That's what a lot of young ladies say. You need some money. But nowadays, it's an ongoing thing. I'm a strong woman. I need a man that can handle me. I can't deal with no sensitive dude that operates like a woman. I need a provider. I need somebody that can handle my life and handle the things that I want in life. I need those things. You know what I'm saying? Can you guys hear me? Just fine. Let me know that the audio's good. And hit that thumbs up button. If you get in this live, the first thing you need to do is hit that thumbs up button. It looks like this. Click that thumbs up button as soon as you hop in the live. And what I came to the realization is a lot of young broads, they have no reference point on how to maintain a man. You know what I mean? And I want to break that down. Why is that? Why is it that I look good? Yeah, Odie, what's up, my guy? Odie, blessings to Odie. That's my brother right there. I look good. I got a fat ass. I got long hair. My hair's done. So, you know, I got a pretty smile. What is it about me? I make good money. I don't need nigga. I make my own good money. So why is it that she still hasn't been able to maintain a man? And I think I got my mods in here. Hey, mods, you know what I'm saying? Do I got any mods in here? If anybody says something that has nothing to do with the topic or says anything outrageous, I'm out of here. We're not playing that today. You know what I'm saying? I think I got 2 mods more in here. Let me make that as a mod. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna add a few people in here as a mod that I do know. You know what I'm saying? I got a fat ass booty. Why is it that, you know, I haven't been able to maintain a man? Oh, I know how to cook. I know how to cook. I could whip up some mean chicken, some mean fish. And I came to the realization that a lot of broads, they have their own perception on how to keep a man. They place their self ideal value, their ideas of what makes them valuable on a man. They have a self perceived notion about what makes them valuable in regards to a man. They don't care about what a man thinks or what a man wants. A lot of times it comes from selfishness. It's about what she wants, because a lot of broads have got accustomed to getting what they want. And see, when you grow up getting everything that you want, or even if you didn't grow up getting what you want, you might have just talked to various guys and you got accustomed to getting what you want through those guys, whether it's time, energy, sex, money, etc. So take those same experiences of getting what they want. Hey, since I get what I want, I'm going to pretty much say what men want. I'm going to say what men want. And when they talk about, their money, a broad's money, or, her nail business or her hair business, and that she doesn't really need a man, right? Just know her experiences of having her way creates a broad that likes control. She desires control. She gets turned on by control. That's a major contributing factor on why a lot of broads don't maintain a relationship with the man. That desire to have power over a man, and them used to getting what they want and putting their personal expectations of what a man wants instead of actually knowing what a man wants. Because if she took the time out to say, is it exactly that's going to help maintain this relationship? What is it exactly that's going to help maintain our camaraderie, our bond, our chemistry? What do I have to do for the betterment of the relationship? A lot of young ladies don't ask that question. It's about, you know what? I know what niggas want. When a broad talk about, I make my own money, I understand that a lot of broads that say, I make my own money, they're used to dealing with broke guys. And, broken spiritually, mentally, financially. You know what I'm saying? They're not financially in a situation to excel, excel from a financial standpoint. And when they're dealing with these broads, right? Broads that say, I don't need a nigga, I make my own money. I want you guys to realize something. They're used to dealing with ghetto ass niggas. They're used to dealing with niggas that don't have a car. They need to borrow the car, and you know what I'm saying? The nigga own a PS5. They're used to niggas depending on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna break something down. A broad to get with a cute guy, right? Cute, he look good, and he might have a little bit of swag. Some of these motherfuckers got no swag, but he might have a bit of somewhat swag. And in her mentality, if he's broke, he got some good dick. He got some good dick. So Tyrone or Day Day might not have no money. You know what I'm saying? What's up? Man, another day in paradise. You know what I'm saying? But he might be broke, and her mentality is, you know what? You know what I'm saying? He gonna give me some dick. You know what I'm saying? I'll make sure he eats. I'll make sure that he can use my car. You know what I mean? Every now and then. You know what I'm saying? I feed him every now and then when I have time. I leave a nigga with some allowance money. All he needs to do is wash the dishes, take out the trash, watch my child, You know what I'm saying? And give me some good dick. You know, not he gonna have some weed, and that'll be fine. And what that young broad does is she talks down on that individual because she has a mentality on to build him up, break him down, keep him at that lower level. Because if I keep him at that lower level, he'll never see his worth. Keep him at that lower level because I don't want him at the end of the day to do better or to even get a job. There's some broads out there that says I got my own money, but they don't want it with the job. They don't want a man that has a hustle. They don't want a man with any type of money. Ain't that something that a broad to sit up there and say, I got my own money? But you only have money to a broke motherfucker. With money knows that you don't really got no money. It's not that you got money. It's just at the end of the day, you used to dealing with broke ass motherfuckers. It ain't that you got a whole bunch of money. What you call money ain't no money. I make my own money. That don't got shit to do with no man. So a lot of times what tends to happen is she's dealing with this individual. She's talking down on him. She's talking crazy to him. And she's like, you know what? I don't want to deal with anybody that also is financially sufficient because I have no power. So one of the major, and I talked about this in the beginning of life, so one of the major things a lot of young ladies need to do is have the ability to relinquish the power. Let go. Don't desire to have power over the man. Because that same mindset, right? Top of it. Carolina Slim Inc. Another day in paradise. Shout out to everybody. Hit that thumbs up button. One of the major difficulties a lot of young ladies of this generation is relinquishing power and understanding where their power stems from. In order to maintain a relationship, in order to have a man in your life, you have to understand not just your role but your strengths. So relinquishing power and not saying, you know what, I want somebody that's less financially sufficient. Now, this is not to say, because I got to break down the things that I say. This doesn't mean if somebody's doing bad or, they're financially in a tough situation. This does not mean leave that man. Making strides and efforts to make sure that, he's in a better place financially, mentally, and spiritually. That doesn't mean leave that man. And, if he's a man of integrity, then that doesn't mean just leave him high and dry. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am is at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Abroad don't go after those individuals. They don't go for the guys that are striving for better. So that's another reason you haven't been able to maintain a relationship is because you're choosing with your coochie and not your mind. You get turned on by having power over this man. You get so turned on from the power of this man. Your desire, your promiscuity, your lustful thoughts have taken over your thoughts, over your logical thoughts, over your intellect. Your desire to have control is so strong. That's one of the reasons why you haven't maintained a relationship. And a lot of young ladies, they have the mindset that I can change him. Because if it's not the broke motherfucker, right, that, are financially in a tough situation, right? You guys hear me? I'm going to make sure you guys can hear me. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Okay. If it's not the individual in the financially messed up situation, right? Okay, let's say it's somebody with some money. You got an individual with some money. Let's just see how that plays out, right? Somebody with some money, she's also going to want leverage. Why is that? Why does she want leverage over somebody with money? Because in her mind, if I can control him, I can control his finances. So rather you don't have money, she wants control. If you broke, usually the ones that say, I got my own money, she wants somebody on a lower frequency level. And then the ones that don't say I got my own money, which is very few. A lot of them gonna say I make my own money. Yeah, but the ones that don't say that, they tend to go for the guys with the money. And what tends to happen is she's still trying to leverage her control. She's trying to leverage the control by sex. The broad that goes with the guy that's financially less sufficient, he's trying to maintain all of the things that he wants through dick. So the broad that's dealing with the individual that's less financially in a situation where he can provide for himself, he's a trick to her. Broads that say, I make my own money, I don't need a man, are some of the biggest tricks. And then the broads that at the end of the day go for the guys with the money, you know what I mean? And she's trying to use her pussy, you know what I mean, to get some money in exchange for him. A lot of times she prefers a trick. So I want you guys to see where the conflict of interest is. The conflict of interest is you have a broad that wants control with somebody with low frequency level, or somebody that's less financially sufficient. Then you have another broad that, you know, she rather deals with somebody with a lot of finances at the end of the day. But even though he has a lot of finances, she's gonna try to control him with her pussy. So let's see with the broad that wants to strictly control him with the pussy. Let's see how that factors in, right? The broads that are used to controlling guys with their pussy, right? What tends to happen with that situation is she tends to go through life thinking everybody's like that because she's used to it. And not only the broad that wants the individual with the money, she might have that mindset, right? But she's a constant cycle of meeting guys that are trying to bribe her with money. So she might meet a man with high freak level, high intellect, high IQ level, and at the end of the day, she's gonna treat him, or try to treat him as if he's also. That's why you run across so many broads nowadays that have the mindset that everybody's a trick. If you conduct yourself as a gentleman of leisure, or just as a man in general, you don't have to be in a lifestyle of criminality. A lot of broads are gonna perceive you being a gentleman and your intellect as you being a sugar daddy or a fucking trick. So those are some major contributing factors on why a lot of young ladies can't control. Now you might say, okay, Ron, what's the answer to all that? Give us more. Hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button. I appreciate everybody who joined the live. Make sure you subscribe though, for sure. And make sure we got the viewers that look like the likes. Hit that thumbs up button. So what's the answer, Ron, at the end of the day? What's the answer to a broad that can't maintain a man? If you ask a lot of young ladies, have you ever took a man serious? What do you think their answer is gonna be? Have you ever took a man serious outside of sex? For all the young ladies that may listen to this later, I want you to ask yourself that. Have you ever took a man serious outside of sex? Have you ever took a man serious and trusted a man that didn't just benefit you? Have you ever trusted a man and it didn't just benefit you? A lot of young ladies, you know, you only trust a man because it benefits you. Top of it, another day in paradise. If you've never trusted a man, it's gonna be hard for him to have control. And if at the end of the day, you know, you've made majority of decisions just off of your pussy, I mean, how far is that gonna go? If I had to ask a lot of young ladies, what are the 5 foundations of a woman? And I've spoke about this plenty of times, and I'll speak about it again. And my definition of the 5 foundations of what a woman is, and see, you might have a lot of young ladies that listen to this, or may listen to this, or might hear what I say, right? And they might say some shit like, okay, Ron, everything that you just said, that can be found in a man. I'm going to break down the 5 foundations of what a woman is to me. Number 1 is the truth. And when I say the truth, I believe that a man and a woman is the truth, because a man understands that a woman is a necessity. A woman is a necessity, not only a necessity, but she helps that man not become handicapped. Because I think that a man is handicapped without a woman. It's only so much he can do without a woman. Does that mean that he's not a man if he doesn't have a woman? No, that's not what I'm saying. I said he's handicapped. He's limited. So the truth, a woman, what makes her a woman at the end of the day, she understands that a man is a necessity in her life. So a lot of the bras that say I don't need a man, I got my own money, she's not no woman. So she understands that a man is in her life. Truth is one of them. The next one I would say is nurturing. She's caring. To nurture is to be caring, to be careful. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think nurturing is pretty much, nurturing a child, caring for a child. But no, there's a lot of young ladies that are only with the guy because of his finances and because he's beneficial and because of his resources. She really don't give a damn about you. If you fall in hard times, she don't give a fuck about you. So she's the truth. She's nurturing. The next one would be submission. Submission is something that a lot of young ladies look at as slavery. Submission is not slavery. And when I say submission, I'm not talking about submitting to the physical flesh. I'm talking about his principles, submitting to the type of man he is, his character. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about his physical flesh. That's why you have a lot of us that say, I'm a grown-ass woman when it comes to him saying, hey, follow my instructions, follow my lead. I'm a grown woman. I'm a strong woman. When it comes to the bedroom at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Hey, if he told her, hey, bitch, bend over. You know what I'm saying? Turn around, do this, bitch, do that, bitch. No questions asked at all. And that a lot of young ladies have to understand that submission is not slavery. Submission is not physical. It's not just the physical act. It's the mentality. It's the mindset of the man. Submit to the mindset of the man. Don't submit to the money. That's another reason why a lot of young ladies haven't sustained a successful relationship. Going back to what I was saying before. When they say they have my own money, I don't need a man, or I have my own money, you're submitting to the money and not the man. That's why a lot of bras prefer simps and sugar daddies and tricks. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's that, number 3? So I have the truth, I have nurturing, I have submission, not submit to the flesh, but submitting to the mindset, and understand that submission is not slavery. Then number 4, I would say, is a consoler. Consoler is being there during difficult times. A lot of times, if you fall in hard times, that bitch gonna disappear on you. You know, I'm telling you, if you fall in hard times, a lot of them bras will disappear on you because she didn't actually choose you. It's the resources, it's the things to provide. All right. And then the last thing I would say, which I would definitely say this is important. You know what I mean? A lot of young ladies might debate this. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the mission. You know what I mean? Because we have consoler, we have truth, we have nurturing. Producer of life is the last one. When I say producer of life, I'm not just talking about having a child. Producer of life is being positive. You know what I mean? Because you can submit, but have attitude though. You know what I'm saying? Do things with joy. Be that light. Be that provider of light within that man's life. You know what I'm saying? Smile. Tell him how much you appreciate him. Tell him how much you greatly appreciate the type of man he is. Compliment him. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of young ladies out there, man, you don't compliment your man enough. You know what I'm saying? You don't appreciate him. And not just telling him, but also show that man how much you appreciate him. There's a lot of young ladies that don't do that. So those are the 5 fundamentals of what a woman is. A lot of young ladies, they're not women. A lot of bras are not women. They haven't reached the level of becoming a woman because they had no reference point of what a woman is. But now you can play this back and you have the 5 foundations of what a woman is. You know what I'm saying? Don't just follow instructions from that man when it comes to the bedroom. And now a lot of people might say, Ron, what you saying right now is nothing but pimp talk. Everything you saying now, Ron, is nothing but that damn pimp talk. No, this is man talk. Or a lot of broads might say something like, those ideas are so antiquated ideas. Those are not updated ideas. You know what I'm saying? Those ideas, those are like ancient, back in the day times, that listen to the man of this and the man is that. Well, I'm gonna say this. Or in spirit, in Kemetic spirituality, or in old tradition, the men were as equal as the woman, and the woman is equal as the man, and they were both equal. I'm gonna say this. Maybe in ancient times that may have been a factor. In ancient times those statements may have been true. I want you to know that due to a lot of the events that have occurred, the women's rights liberation, the Industrial Revolution, slavery, the women's suffrage movement, racial segregation, you know what I'm saying, COVID, a lot of events have occurred in between time. And what it did was it caused division amongst the black man and the black woman, and not even just the black man and the black woman, women and men. It caused division between the two. And since it caused division between the two, there has to be a reference point. There has to be a reference point, and we have to get back to the essences, because a man in general has been what? Demasculated. Demasculated on a whole different level. Disrespected, demasculated, pretty much almost eliminated, and the reference point of what a man is has been eliminated as well. So to maintain that relationship, there has to be a reference point. So I provided a reference point for the ladies for you to maintain a healthy relationship with a man. I'm not just talking pimp and hoe talk. I'm talking man and woman shit. This is something that's essential. This is something that's needed. You know what I'm saying? And we're not in ancient times. Maybe we can get back to those fundamental principles. And a lot of these might say, well, everything that you said, Ron, about what a woman is, it can be the same on what a man is. And you said a woman's the truth. You said a woman's provider of light, nurturing, a consoler, submissive, the 5 foundations of a woman, Ron. Can't that be said the same thing about a man? Can a man be submissive? Can a man be a producer of light? Can a man do the same shit? How dare you marginalize a woman into the same motherfucking box, Ron? A nigga could be the same thing. And I'm gonna say this, due to the events and due to nature, when we look at historical events, religiosity, philosophy, science, biology, when we look at it, a man does play a significant role. But not only that, like I said, we've gotten so far away from the essences and from the foundation of men and a woman respecting one another. There has to be a foundation started. And when you look at, I'll give you guys a good example. The French versus Haiti. Men are known to be physically stronger than women, right? During that time, the Shaka Zulu tribe, right? The women and watched the children while the men went out to war. The French versus Haiti. You know what I'm saying? Even the Shaka Zulu tribe. When you look at history in general, what you'll see is that men went out and they fought. And that made them stronger. So you're going to need a consoler. You're going to need somebody that's nurturing and caring, not only just for that child, but towards that man as well. Because if we fast forward today, men still have those same type of battles. You can look at blackdemographics.com. What do you see? Majority of employment tend to be women. Women are more employed than men, according to blackdemographics.com. So we still have an uphill fight. It might not be going to war, but the fight is more so what? What is the fight that you guys say we fight on the everyday? The race war. That's still a thing. Racial profiling. The battle of the sexes. So we need somebody that's caring. Then let's talk about submission, right? Who does a black man have to talk to? What is a black man in control of in the United States of America? If we don't have any control of our household, everything starts with the foundation, right? If we don't have any control over women that can help us and be a provider, because she's a provider as well, if we have no control over that, we're handicapped. So that's why I put a man in the foundation for a man is and what a woman is, because we've gotten so far away from the origins on how things are supposed to be. It's to be a reference point. And that's the problem right there too. Like Ross said something like, that can be the same thing for a man. A man can be submissive too. What benefit is it that a man is submissive towards a woman? There is no benefit. What benefit? Oh, like a man should be caring. A man should be caring at the end of the day too, Ron. Because you have one example of the Saka Zulu tribe, the French Revolution, the French and the Hades going back and forth, and the women being nurturing and watching the children while the men went out and fought. That's one example. Give us more examples. Why should a woman submit to a man? And this is where we break down what a man is. Because in order to submit, you have to know what you're submitting to, right? And I've already stated before that you're submitting to what type of man he is. The principles, the things that he upholds. Ain't that king anointed? A man is also the truth, because he understands that a woman is a necessity in his life. And what does it say in scripture? You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. You don't have to be a Christian to understand that. I believe that everybody should want and desire to stand within the truth. And the truth of the matter is, a woman is a necessity in a man's life, no matter what walk of life you're in. So we understand that. The next thing is this: a man has principles. A lot of young ladies say that they want a leader. You can't say and desire that you want a leader and say you don't need a man, you make your own money. Because that means you're leading with your money. What makes you a chick? So a man is the truth. A man has principles. A man doesn't react off of emotionalism, which is very important. Because the reason why I say a man react off of emotionalism is because a lot of young ladies, they'll only start to come up with these questions because a man has made a statement. She doesn't have her own thoughts about what a man and woman is. She only has a response. And if she only has a response, then she wants to challenge the man, chastise him, not for understanding purposes, but for the sole purposes of challenging him, because she's not used to dealing with a man. Then you have some young ladies that ask questions because she does want an understanding and she does want to maintain a relationship with a man. You have those that chastise, and you have those that really want to broaden their horizon and get the truth. So you have the man is the truth, provider of knowledge and wisdom, doesn't react off of emotionalism, puts himself first. In order to be a leader, you have to put yourself in a position to be a leader and put yourself first. You can't be a leader if you're not putting yourself first as a man. If you putting this broad first and you don't got your shit together, you're not a man. You putting this bitch first before you got your shit together, that ain't no man shit. That don't got nothing to do with no man shit. You got to put yourself first. Stop trying to please her. You know what I mean? That's one of the biggest myths within the Christian community. Put others before yourself. No, put yourself first. You're going against the laws of nature. You're going against the laws of the universe when you put others before you. That's why you always fucked up. You know what I'm saying? The truth provides knowledge and wisdom, doesn't react off of emotionalism, puts himself first, which is very important. Putting yourself first is so important. It's to the point where I think a lot of guys think, you know, due to social media, the algorithm, songs, that putting a woman first makes them a man somehow. I gotta pay all her bills. No, you don't gotta pay all her bills. And I know Jaheim, he has a song called "Put That Woman First." No, you know what I'm saying? Don't put that woman first. You losing your goddamn mind if you do that shit. I'm just keeping it real with you. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that, Jay. And then last, I would say this is important too. You know what I'm saying? Leading beyond pain. Gorgeous Dre talked about leading beyond pain. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a leader beyond pain. And what I mean by that is not just dealing with this broad. You know what I'm saying? When I say lead beyond pain, what I mean is not being susceptible to disrespect. Understand that you're going to have the racial wars. You're going to have, you know, you're going to have broads that want to just misuse you, disrespect you. You know what I mean? You're going to have individuals, you know, that challenge you as a man. You have all these things up against you. But don't think that everybody in the world is against you. But you're going to go through ups and downs and turning arounds. You're going to go through test, troubles, and times, the 3 T's that I talk about. But still have the desire to lead yourself. Still have discipline. Better yet, I'm going to use the word discipline instead of leading beyond pain. I think the man has discipline. Because I had that there for a while, but I'm gonna change that with discipline. I think discipline is one of the most important factors, and that's pretty much what I explained. You know what I'm saying? Discipline. No matter what situation, so you have the truth, leads with knowledge and wisdom, you know, doesn't react off of emotionalism, puts itself first, and discipline. The 5 fundamentals of what a man is. So in order for you to maintain a healthy relationship with a man, you have to be a woman. And also you have to make sure that you look for a man that displays the 5 foundations of which I'm talking about. You can't see a lot of broads, you're a good woman to a motherfucker that doesn't desire to be a man. And some of you just chasing dick. That's why you haven't maintained a relationship. You're chasing sensations. You're maintaining sensations. A lot of young ladies are rebellious. You're chasing that alcohol addiction. You're chasing that, you know, cigarette addiction. You're chasing that sex addiction. You're chasing that drug addiction. You are chasing sensations, and none of those sensations at the end of the day are gonna help you maintain a relationship with a man. I'm still waiting for this damn oil change. You know what I'm saying? But none of those sensations have helped you maintain a relationship. You still don't know what a man wants. You still think that if I put it on him, it's going to make him act right. I got to give him that act right. I got to just open my legs and give him this pussy. I got to give him that whopper. And like I've always said, if a nigga wanted a whopper, he can go to Burger King and get a whopper. You know what I'm saying? A nigga go to Burger King, get some fries, a whopper, you know what I'm saying, a shake. You know, and that's a problem right there too, bitch. You can't cook. That's another reason why you haven't maintained a relationship. The nigga, he feel like he gotta get fast food all the time because you can't cook. You know what I mean? Another reason why a lot of these relationships you haven't been able to maintain a man. It's because you take the personal information that you've learned about this man, the personal information that you've learned about this man, and you're sharing it with other bros. You're sharing it with other people that have nothing to do with your relationship with that man. In order for a man to be comfortable and to understand that this is a woman that's rocking with me, you can't be putting all his business out. You can't be displaying all of his information and what y'all got going inside the household to the. That's why he doesn't trust you. That man don't trust you. That's why you haven't been able to maintain a relationship with a man. And out of spite, we're gonna talk about it. You're taking his personal information and displaying it with your friends because you're angry at him. And what you're doing is you're taking the personal information that you've learned and studied about this man, and you're talking to your friends, you're talking to your homegirls, you're talking to other men about the man that you with. And every single man has a drawing line. Every single man has a drawing line where they say, you know what, enough is enough. Fuck this bitch. I done had enough. And every man has a drawing line, and sometimes that drawing line comes to a point of no return. You can't sit up there, disrespect this man, not do what he's telling you to do. Talk back to him. The battle of control. Not compliment this man. Not show your appreciation. Only desire sensations and not success. Put all his business out there in the streets. Talk to him bad to other broads. Talk bad about other broads. Talk bad about him to other niggas. And then you surprised that he don't want to fuck with your ass. You surprised that the relationship wasn't maintained. You surprised that he didn't moved on. And then what make it worse is when that moved on, you try to self-sabotage that man's name. You try to sabotage his name. You try to talk bad about that man when, you know what I'm saying? No, he didn't do nothing wrong to you. You create lies. You lie on that man. You talk bad at him out of spite. You try to manipulate the situation. When you see him with another broad, you antagonize the new broad that he has. You do things out of hatred. You do things because you have a very, very evil spirit. And that's why you're miserable. That's why you're not happy. That's why no matter how much sensations you get, you're still not happy. You're still in the situation in which you're in. Because at the end of the day, you've been trying to control a man and you didn't know how to keep the information inside the household. She'll put a battery in his back, get you out the frame just so he can't hit. So he can hit. Exactly. Don't let it be a man that wants to sleep with her. You know what I mean? And a guy that, see, and that's another reason why she hasn't been able to maintain a relationship. A lot of broads, they get turned on from being sneaky. That's the reason why you haven't maintained a relationship. You know what I'm saying? You get turned on from your boyfriend not knowing. You get turned on from your pimp not knowing. You get turned on from your husband not knowing. And he shouldn't be all that in one. You know what I'm saying? I'm cutting these in different categories, different walks of life. That's the reason why. And all it takes is a nigga to get you in a spot where you don't look at the man as, you don't have that promiscuous thoughts, and you don't look at that man as somebody as dominant. So since you don't look at him as somebody that's dominant, what you'll do is you'll go with somebody that is dominant, and then what will tend to happen is you get turned on and aroused from being sneaky and sneaking behind that man's back. That's why you just be that same bitch that, you know, everybody treat as a cum bucket. You know what I mean? Nobody gonna take you serious. You know what I mean? Nobody ever gonna take your ass serious. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way it's gonna be. You're gonna be that bum bitch with no swag. You know what I'm saying? That continues to be a cum bucket. You know what I mean? You're gonna be that same bitch that's offering your money. You know what I mean? Because you're getting older, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna talk about your job and your career and how much money you make a year and shit like that, because you haven't learned how to maintain a man. So now you're in your latter 40s. You're trying to maintain a man with your finances because you didn't understand that sneaky shit long. And when a nigga don't give a fuck, it ain't fun no more. You know what I'm saying? When that man that you was sneaking on really don't give a fuck, it's not so fun anymore. That coochie dry up. You know what I'm saying? When different niggas get used to hitting that pussy, and you know what I mean, they don't think shit of that pussy in that head, you know what I mean, that shit start to dry up. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you have a good man, take advantage of that shit, bitch. And when I say a good man, I'm not talking a fucking trick. I talk about somebody that's gonna tell your ass no. You know what I mean? That's what you need. And excuse my vulgar language, but I'm very passionate. You know what I mean? I'm a pop it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pop it. But that's why you haven't been able to maintain no man. Furthermore, another reason why, on top of, you know what I'm saying, you telling outside people about your relationship, you telling outside people that have nothing to do, you know, with the household, you know, if you in the lifestyle, you know, you telling other people, you know what I'm saying, your algorithm. You have to cut out those distractions. You need to stop listening to your punk ass friends. You're listening to your partners. A lot of broads have missed out on a great relationship, or they haven't maintained a relationship with a man because you're listening to your friends that don't have anything to show for it, that are bums, you know what I'm saying, have never maintained a man, don't know how to maintain a man. Misery loves company. She hasn't maintained nothing, so she sees that you've actually ran across a man that knows what the hell he's talking about, and she wishes and desires she had the same thing that you had. That's another reason why you haven't maintained a relationship with a man. You have the control factor. You have you thinking with your coochie and not your mind. You know what I'm saying? You have listening to friends. You have you talking, you know, about your relationship to other people that have nothing to do with the household, and you not having a reference point on what a woman is. I gave you guys 5 reasons why at the end of the day you haven't maintained a relationship with a man. Baddies, Jocelyn Cabaret, Lotto, Sexy Red, Tommy, Natalie Nunn, Low Joe TV, top of it, man. These are the reasons why you listen to social media. These are the reasons why you haven't maintained no goddamn man. You know what I mean? Your lustful thoughts, that's number 6. You can't control that shit. I gave you guys 5 reasons on why you're not maintaining no man. You know what I'm saying? King Anointed, Lord, and I want the individuals, send this live to the ladies. If you have a woman in your life, send this damn live to her. Because you probably been trying to tell her the same shit, but sometimes she needs to hear it from another man. Sometimes she might even need to hear it from another woman. And that's another thing. That's another reason why you haven't maintained a relationship with a man. You're listening to other women before you listen to the man. You find validation in that man once another woman validates that man. That's another why you haven't maintained a man. Because you're looking for validation from other women. You don't ever get validation from other men. You don't, real men. You look for validation from other women. Oh, well, she say, cool, then it's cool to fuck with you. We're about the woman who put in on the hood or the dead homies. That's another thing. Dale Hardy, top of it. Bras that put it on the dead homies. You let your neighborhood in the hood influence you into dealing with this particular man. The little gang banging broads, this topic will probably go over their head. I don't find them, they probably not gonna listen to this type of shit. This is not their frequency level. You know what I'm saying? This ain't what they want to listen to. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, and the beginning of the day, a bitch needs to say, you know what are the 5 foundations of a man? Okay, Ron says the truth, you know, leads with knowledge and wisdom, doesn't make decisions off emotionalism, discipline, and puts itself first. You know, that's a man. What are the 5 foundations of a woman at the end of the day? She's the truth, you know what I'm saying? She's the truth. That's very important that she's the truth. Consoler, submissive. You know what I'm saying? That's very important that she's a consoler and submissive. You know what I mean? And not only consoler and submissive, because when I always talk about, I want the young to know that submission is not just the physical flesh. Producer of light and nurturing. Those are the 5 foundations of what a woman is. And I slow down for y'all so y'all can write those down too. So when you listen to this live, write that shit down. You know what I'm saying? Males, not men, respect. Exactly. We're 51 minutes in. I just came across with these thoughts. For the ladies that want consultation, if you listen to this live, you can reach me at ambassador_Ron 2.0. That's ambassador_Ron 2.0. My email, if you don't have Instagram for whatever reason, is ambassadorofgain@gmail.com. For the fellas, if you guys want to also have consultation, my Instagram is ambassador_Ron 2.0. You know what I'm saying? If for whatever reason you don't have an Instagram, you can hit me up on my Gmail, ambassadorofgain@gmail.com. Hit that like button. I greatly appreciate everybody who joined the live. This can honestly be a part 2 because there's so many more reasons why. But we 52 minutes in. It don't even feel like 52 minutes in. It feel like I was only live for like 15 minutes. But 52 minutes in, I greatly appreciate everybody that joined the live. Hit that subscribe button. Peace and blessings to everybody that joined the live. I'll be dropping lives very soon, some more lives. I just been busy, man, handling my business. You know what I mean? With that being said, peace and blessings to everybody. One.